Welcome back. As you can see, our Aglaea team is fully functional. With that in mind, let us proceed on to the vortex of Genesis. Actually, hold on. I think it's been another week. As usual, Destiny has delivered you another gift. Once the surge in your chest has died down, a few pieces of shattered crystal lie motionlessly in your hand. Who salvaged them from the long river of the past? Unfortunately, that's a question that isn't easy to answer. Hope that I can still hold on to these memories. Oh, wait. Oh, no, there's the memories. Ooh. Is that? Oh, that's Stell. Fluffy, supple pillows and towels have been thoughtfully prepared on the shelves. Engage inner dialogue with the gods. Let me see that again. Towels, pillows, even thin blankets used during respite. Entire baths have been prepared meticulously. Don Hung would be hard-pressed to kick up a fuss, even if he wanted to sleep on the floor. There it is. Fagusa's sacred emblem embroidered on all of them. Okay. Here's that to Titan-worshipping devoutes. Even moments of brief respite should be used to engage in inner dialogue with the gods. Okay. So Stell, just taking stock of the fluffy towels and bed sheets and stuff. Pillows. Cool. Now on to the vortex of Genesis.
Should you have a moment, take some time for a bath.
Oh, I'd love to, Aglaea.
Oh, Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world. We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
Damn. I mean, with what was it, Trian or Trinan? Was saying that just there. It does sound like your bodies can't withstand the divine blood coursing through them forever. I mean, it sounds like eventually the divine power will burn you guys out. It's kind of a tragic fate if true. Now, we've seen the Treeby trio, and Aglaea at the very least, are centuries old at this point, so I mean, it definitely extends them. Let's see, we got, well, Mighty's missing. Where are you, Mighty? You're not going to show up for this.
Your guests are here, Phainon. We can begin the ritual now.
He's really going to go through with this. Phainon?
Lord Mighty isn't here yet.
Yeah, I was thinking the same, Casterus. I feel like he should be.
It's fine, Miss Casterus. He spoke to me already.
No last-minute switcheroo then, I guess. I was still half expecting it. But no, truly, Mighty will not become the god of war.
I told him he should be nursing his wounds, and that he shouldn't be worrying about all this comrades once-in-a-lifetime ascension ritual stuff.
Oh, come on now. Can't miss this. Besides, does he... I don't know, how does his immortality work? Does he actually have wounds? How do they heal? How quick do they heal?
So, I'm ready to begin.
Are you sure? There's no turning back.
Teacher, Show him the way forward.
I wonder why this one is
Despite
blindfolded.
the myriad dark and endless nights that
Phainon.
have gone by, the guidance of the prophecy is nevertheless as clear and bright as the first ray of dawn. Overthrow the gods, it declared.
I still gotta wonder what the source of this prophecy is. Who ordered you to overthrow the gods? I mean, I imagine in the mythology of this world, it would have probably been one of the gods, presumably Janus, but it doesn't seem right. I don't imagine. Then again, they did voluntarily step aside for Treeby, did they not? If I remember right, I think Aglaea mentioned that. But even if that were the case, I have to imagine it was passed down by someone else to Janus.
Restore the core flames, it declared. Bear the divine authority, it declared.
A part of me, honestly, wouldn't be surprised if this was a Stellaron scheme. I mean, it's not the first, it wouldn't be the first time a Stellaron spoke to people within the world to manipulate them.
Forge miracles, it declared. O prophecy, forgive us for this late tribute. We, Chrysos heirs, have striven to start the flame chase journey anew over these myriad nights. The seeds we sowed have finally yielded a good harvest.
Yeah? I guess you mean, a worthy Chrysos heir has finally succeeded. I mean, I have to imagine there have been at least dozens over the centuries, if not more.
The seventh core flame needed for the miracle that once belonged to the great Lance of Fury, Nikador, shall now be returned by an elected hero of the Chrysos heirs, an upstanding citizen, a valiant warrior, and a noble soul.
Yeah. I have to, I feel like I should voice, I'm not really expecting it, but if I'm not mistaken, Phainon is from the land associated with the god of trickery, is he not? Who were enemies of Nikador, or at least Nikador didn't like them, or Castum Kremnos didn't like them. A part of me deep down has always wondered if Phainon wasn't, you know, well, tricking us in some way. But nah, he's really nice though. I don't want to doubt him, but I can't deny I've had the thought.
Please step forward, Phainon of Ides Elysiae.
It's the whole, well, he's
Recite
actually,
with us.
he's not, he doesn't have the Sampo levels of smarmy or untrustworthiness, but
O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world.
Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
what is this gonna do to you?
Surrender the core flame, Chrysos heir.
Click and hold to submit the core flame and complete your objective. Well, Phainon, are you ready? Let's begin. I wonder who... I mean, we're offering them to the world as a whole. Who do the Chrysos heirs think we're offering them to?
The Lance of Fury's constellation is illuminated.
I always thought, early on at least, that they would absorb the core flames into themselves. So how does the power...
vortex this silent? Was it also like that in the past?
Yeah. I was just wondering about how the power transfers into you.
Patience, Phainon. Do not make us question this decision.
Oh.
Lord Nias?
Huh.
I'm afraid he's not the person you know, Castorus. That is a manifestation of the prophecy. An echo of the Titan's divinity.
Oh, that's sad.
It is here to examine the Titan's successor.
Ah, make sure the person is worthy. Yeah, because, I mean, as we've seen, the person who defeated them isn't necessarily the person who will offer the core flame. It's not guaranteed. You could pass it to literally anybody and have them offer it up. Probably.
Mortal, who wishes to inherit my divine authority. Your strength and character have been thoroughly tested.
Yeah. And what have you seen, Divine Echo?
Yet your will wavers.
Yeah. It really does.
If you are to inherit Nikador's relentless fight against the unspeakable Black Tide, you must accept a trial of divinity. Prove that you possess an indestructible will, and vanquish the fears deep in your heart.
Ooh. I guess this is a result of his wavering will. I think this would... I mean, I imagine someone could just be accepted like that, or could face different tests, or it's up to the will of the core flame, I guess.
Vanquish the fears in my heart.
You got this, Phainon. I believe in you. You're a good guy.
So be it. No matter what obstacles you plan to put in my way, I'm ready to overcome them. For our prophesied tomorrow, I will become the god Amphorius needs.
Bring the fight to the Black Tide.
Come with me, Phainon of Aegis Elysiae.
Where? Come where? There's not really anywhere to go.
In fear, you shall abandon your mortal body, and in suffering, be reborn as a god.
I love the eyes there, I don't know, the spokes almost.
Wait for my return, my friends.
Go get him, Phainon. And he's gone.
Lord Phainon is gone?
Is that normal, or?
He has stepped onto the battlefield to fight a campaign that can only be won by him alone. All we can do is wait and have faith.
Yeah. Believe in you, Phainon. What a mysterious ritual. Sit. Right. Yeah, let's speak with Trinan and Casterus. Start with Casterus. How you feeling?
I pray you truly are prepared, Lord Phainon.
Yeah. You seem worried.
I spoke at length with Lord Phainon before. There was hesitation in his words.
Honestly, I feel like there should be hesitation before taking on such a role. The responsibility that is being entrusted upon you is insane. It is literally divine. It's not something to be walked into lightly.
The manifestation of the prophecy must have seen this. It saw Lord Phainon's heart wavering. Wherever he is, whatever he is fighting, I pray he makes it through this test.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he will, but honestly, him failing would be quite the interesting result, actually. Trinan? You sleep? What are you doing? I mean, at least lie down or sit. Looks like she fell asleep. Presiding over this ritual must take quite a toll. I guess so.
Snowy.
Aww.
Will succeed.
Yeah. I believe in him. Tides of the basin. Can I? I can. 'Tis the pinnacle of bliss. With such long-awaited satisfaction, thank you, my dear. This ambrosia has sobered me up a little. The visage of your reflection is so good-looking that I can't help but get all stirred up. I think I'm very pretty, too. Time. How long has passed? Ornyx, you move fast. This starry sky, I see she still hasn't given up. You are also a fool in this banquet. What are you talking about, Voice of the Tides? Dance hard, then. Indulge hard. Waste time hard. Little fishy that wants to swim to tomorrow. When your banquet ends, the absurdity that you will see when you sober up will be the price of buying inebriation. What are you on about? What are you even saying? Ambrosia. Ambrosia. The tide's voice is languid once more. Its words fragmented like water splashes. It seems this basin's desire for liquid is insatiable. An ever unquenchable patron of ambrosia. All right. Oh yeah. It wants us to offer ambrosia. Shall we offer? Libations? Is that how much I have to offer?
The sea.
Ooh, wow.
The sea is right here.
It really does sound drunk. Okay, I'm kind of surprised I got so much. I'm not sure where we get it from. Oh, exploration, trailblaze missions, and adventure missions. 2 more Shadows of Remembrance. Love to see it. But I could have sworn we could.
The taste of celestial
Yeah, there we go.
ambrosia.
I did not bring you ambrosia. I wanted to listen to the voice of Constellation. Yeah. Which one did I read last time, actually? Let's read the Lance of Fury, Nikador. The core flame of strife has been returned. Nikador is the titan of strife and competition. According to the mythology circulated among the Chrysos heirs, they declared war on the gods and cast the world into endless strife. However, battles also took a toll on the god of war, as the divine body became corroded by the black tide, and they fell into endless madness. Right. So Nikador declared war on the gods and cast the world into endless strife. But that was after the corruption of the black tide, wasn't it? Because they were waging war against the black tide before then. As their rage and ambition were never quelled, their Titankin legion still roams the land waging war against imaginary enemies. Nikador is a noble warrior that wears pure white sacred armor. Legend has it that the lance of fury that they wield can raze even the most powerful and prosperous city to the ground. Their bloodthirsty temperament has also made them a god of blood and sacrifice. Warriors gather under them and yearn to follow Nikador into war and achieve an honorable death. Their disciples built a fortress known as Castrum Kremnos that brings turmoil and fear to the world, much like their god. Yeah, after meeting Nias, I think I respect Nikador a little more than I would if I just read this. But yeah, this isn't a very favorable description, at least in my mind. Their disciples built a fortress known as Castrum Kremnos that, yeah, fits really well into an ancient world type civilization, though. There was a time when this god of war was also a symbol of protection, using extreme violence to extinguish strife and using war to maintain the balance of Amphorius. That would be kind of interesting, actually. Extinguish strife with extreme violence. The god of strife was actually anti-strife at one point. Or using strife as a way to keep others in check, not just waging war for war's sake on other cities, but only when others, overstep their bounds, keeping them in check. Zagreus. See, that's the one that's the tricky god, I think. The one of Idis Lysiae or whatever it is. Oh, that one was returned already. Okay. Zagreus is the titan of lies and fortune. According to the mythology of the Chrysos heirs, their entry into the pantheon was a complete accident. They once stole Menestia's seat and disguised themselves as Menestia to be worshipped. That's impressive. The true Zagreus is often depicted as a two-faced god who is both smiling and crying. Its two parts are much like the coexistence of lies and truth in the world. One cannot exist without the other. Zagreus has no interest in fulfilling their divine duties. They love to cause divisions in the paths of the gods and play tricks to sow chaos and disorder. A much more fitting Greek-style pantheon, or a Greek-style god, I feel like. They do not have their own altars or temples either. This is because even Zagreus' disciples would not worship such a god. Who are their disciples then? Thus they have become the god of the poor and unremarkable. Legend states that they often appear in barren desert areas to provide people with unpredictable opportunities and change before setting out on a long journey. People would often curse the name of Zagreus to reduce them reduce the chances of them encountering thieves or ill fortune. They would also offer up prayers in times of suffering, in the hopes of everything suddenly turning around. It's a little two-faced. I imagine Zagreus would actually respect it. This is precisely the reason that they are tolerated. Nothing is perfect, and no truth remains eternal. Change and carelessness can be fatal, but they can also be a savior at a critical moment. I mean, after reading that, actually, that erases the thought I had at the back of my head about Phainon. I mean, I never really believed it, but this makes it even less likely than it already was, which was pretty unlikely in the first place. That he was a follower of trickery and, well, tricking us. If explicitly, Zagreus doesn't really have followers. The Hand of Shadow Thanatos. That was who, that was Death. The one that Castorus wants to find. Or doesn't know where is. Thanatos is the Titan of Death and Annihilation, and no one knows their true form. As it should be for any embodiment of death. For the dead cannot relay legends to the living. It is said that their touch causes flowers to wither, soil to crack, metal to corrode, and flesh to turn to ashes. Everything shrouded in thick, dark mist and disintegrating into meaningless fragments. Love it so much. I know, in all fiction, I just love seeing the ways death is portrayed. Though the Chrysos heirs consider themselves demigods by blood, they cannot escape the inevitable fate of organic life. Death. Yeah. Even demigods are susceptible. Yeah. I don't know. Death being the most feared or the most powerful, I prefer it when that is the case, as it makes sense. Death will reap everything in the end. The River of Souls seeks out death in forms of you could even say death will reap the universe. The River of Souls seeks out death and forms a path to the underworld across barren fields. When war claims too many lives, and souls have nowhere to rest, the tides of the River of Souls surge onto the land, with Thanatos steering a ship to claim the wealth of the deceased and guide them to the afterlife. They are believed to be second in justice only to Talenton, as they only take the excess from the gods, without robbing the deceased of the assets they need to reach the afterlife. Interesting. Death is considered balanced. As night falls upon... it makes sense, though. Death being fair. As the night falls upon the world, death and darkness become the rulers of Amphorius. An unknown black tide rises in great waves, swallowing the mortal realm and shattering the balance between the nether realm and the living world. The wandering spirits and monsters across many battlefields, trapped between life and death, seem to signify that even Thanatos, the keeper of death, is powerless before this force, which is kind of crazy, but also makes sense if this black tide is a corruption stemming from a higher force, because I don't believe the Titans are truly divine, not on the level of eons. So if the Black Tide is from something like a Stellaron, yeah, I could see them being helpless against it. Alright, we'll call that good for the moment. Aglaea?
Phainon steers his own fate.
Right. I mean, you're not gonna pull any strings.
If he can conquer his fear and return as a demigod, we will be one step closer to the miracle that the prophecy promised.
Right. What if he fails?
That would mean his time hasn't come yet, and that there is a more arduous mission for him to see through.
I'd like to hear that you wouldn't give up on him.
You must have noticed by now. Every Chrysos heir here bears a flaw of sorts. Be it the curse of immortality, or the constant erosion of their humanity.
Ooh. I mean, the curse of immortality is, of course, mighty. I'm not sure, I mean, whether that's a flaw, it's a matter of perspective. It's not, I don't really consider it a flaw, but I do consider it a curse. At least a potential curse, depending on the nature of the immortality. But no, the constant erosion of their humanity, especially with the way you said it. That one is yours, isn't it, Aglaea? I mean, I feel like I've noticed it. It's kind of tragic. Castorus's flaw would be, well, her inability to touch. God, that one is so sad, too. That might be the saddest of all. I mean, humans crave contact. Just generally, I mean, there's exceptions, but as a rule of thumb, being incapable of it, lest you kill them you touch. So sad.
But not Phainon. He is a Chrysos heir without flaw. A perfect vessel for divinity.
I don't know. Could his flaw not be that his wavering will? Or do you mean more of the literal curse-like flaw?
There will come a day when he leads everyone we have left, through the gates of the miracle.
Wow. You really believe in Phainon. So much that you see him as your inevitable leader. More so than your teacher, more so than you.
Still too late, huh?
Hey, Mighty. Oops, missed the party. Phainon said you weren't coming.
The constellation of the Lance of Fury is already illuminated. That must mean...
Yeah. He's undergoing his trial.
The core flame has been surrendered. The Lord Phainon's test isn't over yet. The prophecy sent an ambassador. They acknowledged Lord Phainon's strength and character, but had doubts about his strength of will.
Yeah. Wonder what kind of test he's undergoing. One to test his will. I mean, something like putting him through a seemingly endless fight from his perspective. Perhaps, giving him impossible choices.
He must conquer his fear and prove himself to the prophecy.
I was right to be worried. I want to formally thank you.
Oh?
Outsiders. Were it not for your aid, our campaign against Nikador would have been 100 times more arduous.
Yeah. I mean, A part of me would like to believe Nias would have been able to succeed on his own eventually, but I know he had a lot of failed attempts, it looked like. Isn't it nice to be polite?
Kremnoans revere strength and military might. That does not mean we lack etiquette.
Apparently not, at least not for those you respect. Mighty, what do you mean when you said you were worried?
They don't know yet?
No.
That guy has always been tormented by his past.
Oh.
I may not be the right person to tell you about him, but you must know his past if you are to continue fighting alongside Phainon.
You have me curious.
Lord Mighty, please allow me.
Of course, Castris. I'd be honored if you would tell me of Phainon's past, assuming he would be okay with it. I mean, he didn't tell us, so...
Very well.
Before he was chosen by the prophecy, Lord Phainon had everything taken away from him.
Oh.
His home, his family, his close friends. Everything he once swore to protect.
That's rough. And he still puts on a smile and continues fighting. Just damn.
He became a hollowed shell in his youth, and the blazing flames of vengeance were the only thing sustaining him.
Vengeance against whom?
The prophecy gave him a new mission, granting him a new life as a Chrysos heir. But which is more important to him? His new mission, or his desire for revenge?
That's a good question.
I'm afraid only he knows. No. Perhaps he himself is still struggling to get to an answer.
That's fair, I suppose. The Divine Echo will get to the bottom of it for him.
I acknowledge his strength, but fear is something not even the sharpest of swords can cut through.
No. It can be conquered, though. That's what courage and bravery are.
I hope you've toughened your resolve, Deliverer. Only a will as tough as stone can shatter the darkest nightmares.
We'll just have to believe in him. Oh? I was about to ask if we're going to be able to see Phainon's trial, but... See, that's Kefali's statue, I think.
Is something wrong?
Aw. Is this one of the people he failed to protect?
Ugh, don't keep me in suspense. Come on, tell me already. What did you see?
Could be the lighting, but pink hair? Certainly not the rosy celestial maiden. No. What did you see?
I just wanted to get a reaction out of you. All right, I'll tell you. This card is the Deliverer.
Oh, his nickname.
Deliverer? What does that mean? The interpretation is really long. Maybe I should just skip it.
No.
All you need to know is, this card means you'll be a hero, worshipped by all. You will protect this world and save lots and lots of people from scary enemies with your sword. Do you like the sound of that?
I bet. Of course. Protect the world and save lots of people. Just not those closest to him. That's cruel. What if that's his flaw? What if he's cursed by fate to be incapable of saving those he holds dearest. That would be so evil.
But what's the matter? This is a good card.
It's like tarot cards or something.
But I don't want to be everyone's hero. I just want to stay in this village with everyone I know.
Ah.
Grandma and Grandpa said the outside world is full of bad people. That's why they're always at war. Who wants to save bad people like them? I can be a hero, but only our village's little hero.
Aw. You little Phainon. But, I mean, no. I mean, sure, the outside world will have bad people in it, but it'll have lots and lots of good people too, Phainon.
Well, little hero, if the day comes for us to say goodbye to ID Silizii, could you become a deliverer then?
Do I have to leave the village?
If something like that happens, someone will have to save the world.
Then I'll...
What?
I'm just teasing you. Don't worry. ID Silizii is a peaceful place. Bad people won't reach us here.
I mean, the black tide is happening right now, is it not? That was what took ID Silizii, was it not? Then again, declaring vengeance against the black tide is a force of nature is would be perhaps strange.
Are you going home already? If you're not in a hurry, should we go play with the fairies again?
Guess it could have been Nikador after he'd gone mad. The fairies. Like the memo sprites?
Fairies! Okay, I love playing with them. I'll win back the wooden sword I lost to them.
You betting your toys?
Look at how excited that got you. Let's go then.
This is his trial, isn't it? I just realized. Visions of the past.
May this world never have need for a deliverer.
Ah, if only. Some system hours ago, aboard the Astral Express. Pom-Pom, have you prepared our meals already?
Of course the food's ready. March isn't feeling well, so Pom-Pom has specially prepared the conductor's special bland meal that'll be easy on her stomach.
Aw, that sounds unfortunate.
Can you bring it to her, Himiko?
Gladly. Why don't we also get her a...
Nuh-uh. No coffee when she's already feeling unwell.
Pom-Pom. Coffee makes us feel better. I guess you're right. Though, Himiko's coffee, if I remember right, probably would make her sicker. Even if she was fully healthy. How you feeling, March? March? I'm coming in, okay? Hey, wait, is she frozen? Oh my god.
Should you have a moment, take some time for a bath.
I guess that's version 1 or 5.0 or 5.1 complete.
Reshape fate.
Freaking March? Is that the what, six-phased ice? I guess her past really does involve Amphorius somehow. Or, well, one of the eons on Amphorius, maybe. I mean, wild shot in the dark. But, and I think the voice was different, but maybe not. I mean, that person, question marks, looked like they had pink hair, maybe? It really is a wild stab, but I don't know. I am coming to, I feel like the evidence is mounting that her past is somehow connected to Amphorius, though. Anyways, nameless recollection. In that dawn-kissed city-state, a hero from the Outlands became one of the Flame Chasers. Inspired by the journey, they recorded their tales in the pages of a book. Ah, yes.
And weave a new beginning.
Go into the book to record it. You're not gonna autoplay again, are you? Whose visage comes into view? Oh, I have to draw a card? Castorus, I think. Those flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories, as I've written. So we'll actually get multiple stories for each of them, or what? Servant of Death, Castorus. Twirling in fallen bloom. I see a sword that grants destiny, or no. I see a sword that grants death, a shackle of destiny, next to the silver-haired girl, worshipped at the Demise's hollow. I mean, I'm usually considered the gray-haired girl. Castorus's hair is kind of silver. I always thought it was more of a lavender, but no, a sword that grants death, a shackle of destiny, next to the silver-haired girl, worshipped at the Demise's hollow. So the sword that grants death is next to the silver-haired girl. The sword stained with unknown blood, lying shattered and snapped. Ooh, the shackle chained pale wrists, dotted in thickening rust. The priest asks with a shaking voice, "Upon whose fingertips will the butterfly perch?" The girl never answers, like death itself, wreathed in silent solemnity. Damn. I'm assuming the, upon whose fingertips will the butterfly perch is asking who will death take. Is the sword in her hands in this? Shackle of destiny. I mean, because it sounds like there's multiple people shackled. But I don't know. People often say that dying is to meet the palm of the hand of shadow, and dreaming is to be brushed by their fingers a little. In the mirages, when the girl petted death, she sees black waterfalls foaming and bellow, pouring down from a chasm in the sky where a solitary tower withstands torrents sallow. A little bit of rhyming. When she wakes, she can still feel the water's freezing touch and the cacophonies billow. Like the wail of the dead, the howls of the beasts, in confusion, delirium, and clamors hollow. Okay, so dying is to meet that palm of the hand of the shadow, dreaming to be brushed by their fingers. So dreaming gets you closer to death, but not quite. And I'm guessing the mirage is when the girl petted death. Is that a fancy way of saying that when she dreams? Wonder what the sight she's seeing actually is. The girl's embrace is not meant for the living. Thousands have entered the eternal sleep in her arms, granting to the dead solace and dignity. She mentions a ferocious warrior.
She did not go with a smile, but to me she cursed. Oh, life's end, how ugly you are. How despicable.
She mentions a ferocious warrior, feared in battle. Don't call Castress ugly. What the hell? And from that day on, she adorned herself. Her dress, white as a radiant moon, became always dotted with flowery petals. That's why she dresses as she does? Fascinating. That asshole, though. I mean, yeah, you're dying. I guess you can be forgiven a little bit. But still. Don't blame Death's messenger.
For if death cannot be avoided,
so says the girl.
I wish it could contain beauty more plentiful.
I mean, I will say, Castress, you have a, I don't know the way to describe it, a solemn beauty. Yeah, a melancholic beauty, perhaps. I mean, I absolutely adore her design. So she's doing something right. Among the manifold rites about death, the ones she knows with most intimacy are burial rites. One burial of unfamiliar countenance after another, wherever she presided. From the angelic visage of a babe passed in the cradle, to the despairing eyes of the mother drowning in sorrow. From the scars on a war-battered general's torso, to the unending tears pouring from his bereft widow. I mean, this raises the question. I always, especially when I first saw her, and even when I first met her, I thought of Castress as not quite human. I mean, the heirs help with that judgment, but I assumed she was basically Death's Grim Reaper. Effectively. Presumably, I don't know if she was immortal or if whenever said Grim Reaper dies, a new one is born. But that has been my assumption. Yet she remembers not a single living human she had seen. Even in the mirror, she thinks her own face strange, with an alien glow. In the countless words buried in forgetfulness, the only thing she manages to glean is a mockery to fate, a sarcastic whistle.
Stay alive.
When she cast aside the shackles and stepped beyond Idonia, a deja vu most violent seizes her whole. Did she perchance conduct some previous escape? Illusions dance across her eyes. She had once drifted in an endless river, then drove her single boat out of the deluge. She had wandered in the battlefield covered in corpses, then recovered the path back to life. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Why must she escape over and over again? She now knows the answer and quivers, for it is a ludicrous surmise. The woman embodying death walks this world only because she knows she must stay alive. I suppose it's ironic for the embodiment of death. But escape what? I think it was implied on the previous page. But alas... No, don't... Saga composed. Damn it, why do they skip us over? They don't let us soak in on the last page. Bastards. That is really, really annoying. And then... we can't look at it again. Yeah. The glorious age falls and crumbles, and even death must seek a home. She passed through Idonia, and souls wailed in her palms. Yet there was no hatred in those sounds. Is glory equally priced to death? To seek this answer, she never stopped her steps. After a journey that lasted a millennium, that answers that question. She still does not know where her corpse should call home. Oh man. So she's walked the land for a millennium, even though she's not herself a demigod yet. I mean, if that's not a demigod, what is? You're so into it. Do you like these cards? I'll go first. I love them. Sure, I like them. I really wish you'd let me read the last pages and then go revisit them, but... my wanted poster looks even better. Wait, my wanted poster? I don't have a wanted poster. Who drew them? Are they like bedtime stories? A gift from Orynyx? Come to think of it. Do you think that one day your likeness will also appear in this book, Stell? Forever and ever? For so many people to see? I don't know. I don't really know what this book really is. But if it's the memories of this world, or where the memories of this world are written, then I suppose, yes, someday. Oh, wait. Oh, good. Thank you. Okay. I forgive you for closing on me. It's still annoying, but it's not quite as infuriating. So it was, she must stay, but alas, at that time, she knows not that death is not the end. It is only a butterfly landing on a withered branch. Utterly meaningless. Profoundly trite. Damn. Might as well check out. Let's see. Ah, okay. Way back when. Mighty-Mos, a hero of yore, now a traitor to Kremnos, the patricidal crown prince. Yeah. Lovely. Well, no, there's one more. This next one here, though, might legitimately be the final Eidolon. Yeah, because I've already had one, and this is 4. That puts us at 5, and there's 6 total, so yeah. That's actually really nice when Castrus's dragon, moves, gaining the 8 energy. And I think I have her have energy regen. I think, in which case that's even more. Also, probably nice. Ally target uses 0 max energy. Right. Yeah, I don't, if Castrus didn't apply before, then now she will, which is nice. I mean, hers is very energy-like, but it's not technically energy, so it's more energy-like than, say, Acheron, but that multiplier increasing by 6% is also nice. Fantastic. I mean, that's nice and all, but really, Mem doesn't do that much damage with her ultimate, I don't think. But still, better than nothing. The real benefit is just the, 50-60% damage. Or 40% charge, there it is. I mean, though, Mem's crit is pretty high. Crit damage, so... And the attack isn't that low, so maybe that will do actually pretty good damage. 252%. I suppose I should do the other memories as well while we're here. And I mean, I imagine there are going to be a lot more of them. Enough that doing one per episode is probably not a good idea. Huh, what are these all said? Children, Journey, Homeland, Seamless Garment, Sculpture, Goldweaver, Dressmaster, interesting. Who do we got there? That's Phainon, Aglaea, and Treebee. Let's do Aglaea. Those flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories, as I've written. Oh? 2. Huh. Akama, a city that warriors look back upon before marching toward the battlefield. The holy city, the sanctuary of all the citizens. Right? Just as the poets
the
of this...
epitome of magnificence, unbounded benevolence.
Just as the poets of the city have sung. And the beauty of the holy city is like Aglaea herself, dressed in finery and of noble birth. Yeah, it's not surprising. She is the dress master of Akama, the one who weaves with golden threads.
But there's one thing she'll never be able to achieve.
A jealous whisper can be heard.
She will never be able to produce something seamless.
I mean, yeah, is it even possible to make something truly seamless? I mean, you can hide the seams, but they will be somewhere. Golden threads quiver and a gentle wind rustles by her ear. She maintains her silence, but others fan the flames. Is that so hard? Her scissors and rulers are better than any garment maker, sculpting forms as perfect as the gods themselves.
Lady Aglaea, grace our eyes with your most elegant creation.
What is her most elegant creation?
Ingratiating words do not sit well with me, nor do duplicitous machinations.
I imagine as someone who sees truth through her threads. I mean, dealing with the nobility of Akama must be draining. Her gaze flits across the stoa, equally regarding every member of the public. Honestly, maybe even the regular public are draining to her. But she fills her role. They used to wonder, how exactly do her eyes perceive if something is beautiful or not? As with the holy city that's perpetually bathed in light, how do people tell apart cozy mornings and frosty nights? For the weaver, the answer lies in her golden threads. Golden threads of the goddess of romance now serve as her hands and eyes. The colors of the world, intertwined with the undertones of human hearts, come flooding toward her. These golden threads are no less prideful than the master they now belong to.
As long as the thread has form, it is enough to craft seamless finery.
Be it stitched finely and tightly, or cut cleanly with a single stroke. The colors of the world intertwined with the undertones of human hearts. I wonder what that looks like to you. Maybe it's pessimistic, but just seeing people's hearts has gotta be depressing. Or maybe it's uplifting. I don't know, I mean, because yeah, you have a lot of duplicitous people, but maybe they're more good than bad.
Hardly a challenge. None of these pose a challenge.
The rhyme rolls off like seams, like a soft sigh from lips. The one who weaves gold gazes past me, fixed on something much farther. The network of threads that entwine all between the heaven and earth. The only challenge that she relentlessly dedicates herself to is weaving the fate of Akama into a flawless, seamless outcome. That is interesting. Weaving the fate of Akama. Yeah? I guess the threads of fate just fall under romance. I mean, the goddess of romance, the titan of romance, wasn't just about romance. Part 2. A long line stretched across the square. Merchants, shopkeepers, and even high society elite, all lined up together without distinction. At the head of the line was the path to Aglaea's abode. Oh. I guess people want to talk to her for some reason? Is the holy city... Oh, or that. Is the holy city's fashion trendsetter going to reveal her newest masterpiece? I mean, she's a goddess now. Does she really have the time to be a seamstress as well?
She's about to get rid of her failed pieces.
Even her failed pieces are in high demand. That's actually kind of funny.
Now I see why the Holy City is free of worries. Even as the inn nears, they're still obsessed with lavish clothing.
I guess Akama is plagued by decadence, even as the world around them crumbles. New to Akama, a visitor from elsewhere ends up utterly bewildered at the sight. It is said that a family of priests who worship Monestia go way back with the Weaver. But her impeccable gift for weaving isn't meant to serve anyone's pursuit for pleasure. What was once a sacred duty was misunderstood by the beauty-obsessed, who mistook fallen shreds for priceless treasures. Huh.
Are flawed creations really still worth the people's adoration?
The Weaver shakes her head. I mean, I guess they value it because they come from your hands. She seems to have forgotten something. It is precisely the flawed hero who walks ahead of the crowd, who casts a long shadow over the world and who strides toward everlasting daylight. There are, nevertheless, people whom the Weaver is willing to sew and tailor for. Her conditions are beauty sharp as a blade, and the pursuit of beauty.
Me? I want to be showered with a thunderous ovation and lots of flowers.
A melodramatic poet speaks out. I mean, I'm sure you do.
I want to stir her emotions.
The voice of a blushing young boy.
Do I fit the bill? My sister and I are refugees from the Abyss.
Ooh.
I want to get a pair of shoes for her.
Aw, that's sweet of you. A seated child speaks up. Next to him is a barefooted girl, staying silent with her head kept low. Aw, come on, Aglaea. Do the right thing. Go for the person who needs it. Unfortunately, gold threads are willful things. They are never swayed by sympathy or pity. Damn it. A tense and worried look surfaces on the young child's countenance. The specks of dirt on his face brought back memories of a past encounter.
Go.
The Weaver begins.
Go to the 3 children in the city.
To Treeby. It's like, my threads can't be swayed, but I know someone who can. As messengers of Janus, they will something. As messengers of Janus, they will bring him the shoes he hopes for. Yeah. Good on you, Aglaea. I guess speaking of Treeby, she gets 2 as well. Maybe I should wait. I don't know. I'm kind of interested in them, but it would be nice if I wait, I don't know, a week and they end up voiced or something. Yeah, let's hold off on that for the moment. Don't mind if I do, though. Then again, this would give me the final Eidolon. Now we can wait a little longer for that, like I said. I mean, I don't know how fast they're adding her lines, or what the priority is for that matter. I mean, there's several versions worth of content to go through. But I'll, if they're not out by, you know, I'll do at least those two by next episode as well, so. Message from Treeby. Hey, Treeby. Little Gray, are you free right now? I love that name. Little Gray. Treeby is always available. Oh, this is a quest from Treeby. Huh. A lot of these I still need to go through. A combat request? What is it? Are we busting monsters or people? 30% discount for you. Damn straight. I might even go as high as 40. No rush. Just a little favor we'd like to ask. When we woke up today, our favorite book was gone. We couldn't find it anywhere. Trianne is about to cry. Trianne did not. Oh my. At this point, we'll have to find a diviner to help. I love Treeby arguing with herself. Aren't you girls diviners? I thought you know how to do that. Yeah, that's a good point. It's not the same. Different fate titans bring different directives. There's a super duper mega ultra powerful diviner in Akama called Pasithia. Allegedly, she can tell the future just by dreaming. Oh, wow. Hold on. However, due to some past circumstances, it's not advisable that we meet her. So, Little Gray, please, please, please. All three of us said please, so you must go, okay? Oh yes, all three. I could definitely tell. I wonder... I mean, their personalities are rather distinct. You could probably tell who is who based off of the nature of each text. Disquieting dreams. Well, so be it. Since we're doing it, I want to get the Herta one. It's me. Hint 6. Cute. Stell. Congratulations on receiving a timed message. Who do you think I am? Hint 1. Genius. Hint 2. Human. Hint 3. Female. Hint 4. Young. Liar. Hint 5. Beautiful. Hint 6. Cute. Tooting your own horn, are you? Is that you, Ron May? Aren't we best pals? Asking that question suggests we're drifting apart. If you're reading this, chances are Amphorius has come up with a brilliantly tricky puzzle. How could that possibly stump the great Madame Herta? Before Madame Herta reveals the answer, stop referring to yourself as Madame Herta. Make sure to stir up some interesting new adventures. Naturally, I hope you're staying alive. Away on vacation, do not disturb. Huh. Does it fail to send because I'm in on Amphorius? That would make sense. Look at those other ones later. Been doing a lot of reading here. Huh. This is an interesting message. Tells you the actual price range worth of a character. I assume $475.20 is the, if you had to go through 180 wishes in order to obtain the character. And not considering the double bonuses for them, so at the base cost, okay. That is a lot of money for a character. But yeah, I need to decide if I'm gonna go for her or not. I mean, we have Phainon coming up, right? And we also have whoever the Fate character is. And they're also more upfront about the percent chance, too. That's very, very nice of them. I imagine a law somewhere or something. Problem is, I don't really need any of these three, which makes it hard to justify this banner. And I'm only 8 wishes in. I do need some glitter or whatever so I can purchase a few wishes. I also have these 20. Could also use some remembrance light cones. Hey there, Lynx. Hey there. Oh, the moles welcome me, yeah. Bunch of those. Yeah, I'm low on these tracks of destiny finally. I think I would like to be able to purchase these two. Tell you what, Hyacine. I will give you 20 wishes right now to build up my embers. And if I get you, then fantastic. You will be a huge boon to my castress. Hey, Misha. Nope. I did get a, I think I already have a perfect timing. I think I'm gonna hold it there for the time being. All right, Phainon. Are we ready?
Aglaea, with all due respect.
What? You don't think we should be standing around here waiting?
This trial is taking far too long.
Ooh. You mean, is the trial dangerous? How long can it last? Bah, it feels like we've already waited for 42 days. That's roughly the length of a patch, if I'm not mistaken. How did you even arrive at that number? Actually, isn't that also the answer to life and everything? Or, well, no. It's the answer to the question. We don't really know what the question is, though.
What do you think of this, Trinan?
It's not possible to tell for sure what goes on within the vortex. All I can hear are fragments of speech and distant battle cries.
So he is in battle, then, for his trial of some sort.
Is it Phainon's voice?
I'm not sure. It's difficult to make out clearly.
Another kind of cruel trial. Be making him relive his failure over and over to test his will. Do you sense him?
Wait, no!
What? What is it, Trinan?
Lady Trinan.
Snowy's voice. I can't hear him anymore.
Oh no.
There's a sun-like existence in the trial. It's burning him up.
Oh God.
It has come to this, after all.
Sun-like existence.
What now?
I mean, is there anything you can do?
Get ready, my Demos.
Is Mightymo's gonna become the god of war after all? What's going on?
Plan B. We pull him out when something goes wrong. As I promised you, Aglaea, I will intervene in the trial this time to bring your deliverer out to safety. But that's as far as I will go.
You're not gonna take on the core flame yourself?
Of course. I know this is not the time to demand any more from you.
Discerning. All right then. To be as prepared as I can, I hope that the two Outlander warriors can also join me.
Don't sound so disappointed. But, So, why... I mean, the way they're talking, it makes it sound like Mightymo's is the only one who can. Maybe he does have to take it onto himself in order to do so, but it sounded like he was implying that he's not going to take the core flame for himself as well.
That might not be a good idea. The core flame trial is many times more complicated than a standard ritual. Even the slightest misjudgment, misstep, or hiccup could result in grave consequences.
Slightest? What kind of grave consequences are we talking about? The kind that take me to my grave, or...
Our two distinguished guests are not obliged to risk their lives for the flame chase journey. Let me join you instead, Lord Mighty.
Can't we all go together?
No. Someone should stay outside in case we need help.
Aglaea and Phainon? Things have taken a critical turn, especially so with Phainon's life on the line. Of course, we Nameless will do what is necessary. How should we help?
Join me in the trial to look for Phainon. And when we do, Aglaea's golden thread will guide us back out.
Has this ever been done before?
Assuming we survive Nikador's wrath.
Oh boy.
If something bad were to happen, Castorus, your priority is to ensure the safety of these two. I can find a way out on my own.
He trusts in his curse of immortality.
Yes, Lord Mighty.
Thank you both for your valor. Time to get to work then. Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle.
Very well, Mighty. You gonna actually be in our party for it, or it's like a trial run? Let's also make our way to the front of the spirit basin when you're ready. Of course.
We can't get rid of all the noise.
Oh, Phainon, don't worry. We'll save Snowy.
Please, stay safe.
I will, Castorus. Worry not.
May that warrior be safe from harm. When you are ready, I will preside over the ritual on Phrainon's behalf.
Of course. Let us go. Team includes Mighty, but what position is he gonna take? The final slot? In that case, why don't I use my Castorus team? And hopefully it'll be Sunday who is overridden.
May that warrior be safe from harm.
Let's go. Nikador, the Giver, Master of Legions, Lance of Fury. We should let them fight for themselves. The strife will grant glory to the rightful one. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I mean, it did replace him instead of everyone else.
Our reinforcements from beyond the sky. Warriors of high esteem. Please close your eyes and hold your breath. They once kept the fate of this world, and many other challenges safe from the devastating rage of strife. They now seek to venture deep into the trial of divinity and prove their will to destroy our enemies, as foretold by the prophecy.
It's like you're telling it exactly what we're here for. Like it's sentient or something.
When the hammer of strife strikes the anvil of the warrior, the heat and impact will leave behind scars, and between them, a demigod shall rise.
There he is. There they are.
Very well. Come forth then.
They're accepting us.
Souls foreign to this realm, and warriors in the making.
Oh, if only you were actually nice.
Follow me into the mist and flames, and come face to face with the greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart. And with thy strength, banish the darkness and usher in sunlight. Let all lost souls find courage on a long journey back home.
Very well. What are we gonna see, though? Where is Phainon? There's the sound of battle. Oh. What? Is this Akama?
What's the matter? Surprised?
It is. He's imagining himself failing to save Akama.
Where there's strife, there's carnage. It shouldn't come as a surprise to see such a sight in Nikador's trial.
Yeah, I suppose not. You did this? Why is it just you? Where's Don Hung?
I don't see him around here. We should go first. Let's pray he stays safe.
How dangerous is this actually to us? Potentially lethal.
Huh. The greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart, huh? So, this is what he fears the most.
Yeah. Failure. I mean, it makes sense.
There's no place for you in Euphorius.
Oh, God.
A disaster for Akama.
So much for the king of those outlanders.
Hahaha.
You won't get away, Crumnoan vermin!
Oh, God.
Be on alert. The smell of rust is thick in the air.
What? Oh, they're... I mean, it's an illusion, but still.
Tell me your name, brute. Your demise shall be a tale I boast about at the feast table.
My name is Perdiccas, and I am here to avenge my people.
Avenge them?
Crumnoans and Akamans are at war?
Perdiccas? Even the tragic cries of beasts at the slaughterhouse sound better than your name.
Rude.
Say whatever you like, despicable Akaman.
Despicable Akaman.
Valorous death before glorious return. May the Crumnoan spirit always watch over me.
Foolish brute. I see you're eager to die. Very well then. I shall grant you just that.
We're gonna stop them, or intervene and stop the soldier?
You are... Oh. So the Alpha Brute has found his way here.
You recognize... I guess that... I mean, that makes sense, I suppose, even though this is an illusion.
It's a pity, though. You're too late. You will never stop the Holy City's army. Watch as I make this pathetic warrior of yours the first sacrifice.
It makes it almost sound like the Achmans are the aggressors here. Not what I would expect from Castrum Kremnos. Oh, jeez.
Mightimos, my king, avenge me.
Well, Mighty?
Is this? You're next.
Are we sure this isn't your trial, Mighty? Sound of a body contorting and snapping.
Face your death, cowardly king.
Oh. So that actually exploded out of his body.
This insatiable bloodlust is a product of Nikador's wrath.
We can do it!
Mem.
Forever do it! Step up, let's see ya!
Alright. Boom.
This is being in sync.
Mimi.
Nice like a good brew. Full-bodied, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Yeah.
You can do it!
Don't want to get her, well... I guess.
In the mood for another beating? It ain't over.
I could have sworn he's supposed to be automatic. I guess it's only if he's in, Sound glitched out there for a second. I guess that's only if he's used his ultimate.
Trust me. We can do anything!
There we go.
Absurd. I know this Akaman. Strife contorted an honorable warrior into this perverse and twisted being.
Damn. I'm surprised you remember someone so... I don't know, mundane? I mean, he didn't even have a name.
That horrible noise. I can hardly suppress my bloodlust when it sounds.
With the sound of his body snapping apart?
This battle cry must have gone to Phainon. That's why he lost himself. What a useless fool.
I always did say, Mighty, that you really were the candidate I would have expected to take on Strife. Who is he?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Are you sure? Cartonus.
That voice. Is Cartonus?
Is he being corrupted?
Not you too, Cartonus.
Oh god, being forced to kill everyone you know? That's terrible. Perish, you coward. Oh. A sharp bronze spear had torn through the tendons in her arm, leaving it hanging lifelessly, like a shattered wine jug abandoned by the roadside. As the soul ebbed away, darkness veiled her eyes. Damn.
Mighty Mos you are. Destroyed all the wicked king. Here to take my life finally.
Mighty? What did you do in this illusion?
I won't ask how this happened, nor will I hurt you like you said. I just need you to tell me where Phainon is.
All of this you know very well. Leave our city, cursed son of Gorgo!
I have no intention of hurting you, Cartonus.
Oh. Oh, man. This makes me like Mighty quite a bit more. I mean, he was already kind of fun. But there really is a lot of depth to him as a person, I feel like.
Humiliate me, you shall not! Leave! Get out of Okima!
We can't do that, Cartonus.
Get out! Symbol of your sovereignty, take it! Signet of Kremnos, bask in blood-soaked glory, your kind alone!
This is... Mother's signet?
Ooh.
It's here again. I knew it.
So, the trial is trying to assault your reason, to ignite bloodlust, to make you lose yourself. A test of your willpower. I guess that makes sense.
Ha! Finally gone mad, despicable vermin have. With your mad king, perish together in that maelstrom of battle!
Enough! Be quiet! You are not at all Cartonus.
No, he is not. This is all fake. Just remember that, Mighty.
Look out!
Uh-oh. Long, narrow shadow pierces through the phantom of Cartonus.
Nice move.
Long, narrow shadow. Oh, of course, Don Hung. You too. Don Hung? Are you the real Don Hung? I could ask you the same. Okay, if he's asking that question, then, maybe? What was the last thing you said to me before I parted the waters of at the Scale Gorge waterscape?
Parted the waters?
It's a whole thing. How could I even remember that? That sounds like something the real you would say. I mean, come on. I don't have a clue what the last... No. People... Who remembers that kind of thing? It wasn't easy, but I finally found you two.
So, you are Don Hung. What did you go through before meeting us?
Apparently quite a lot. Just some memories from my past. Nothing worth mentioning. So, what everyone sees is different. Interesting.
You mean you saw your past too? The trial of strife is a vicious one, all right.
I mean, this isn't your past, is it, Mighty? No, this is Phainon's greatest fear. What are you thinking?
This might not be a single person's trial, but an arena for every challenger to engage their own delusions in a bloody battle.
Ah. So as we enter, we actually alter the landscape, basically.
I saw someone from my past a while ago. Someone Phainon has never met.
Right. It doesn't exactly sound like a bad thing. At least it means that we'll be able to find Phainon here.
We can only hope this battlefield is nowhere as extensive as I imagine it to be.
Here's hoping.
Let's first follow the sounds of battle to their source. The battle cries seem to be getting a lot louder.
I have a feeling So he's manipulating this battlefield. Not Phainon, yeah.
I agree.
But whom? Mesmerized warrior. A little crazy.
Please accept my offering, Nikador!
Damn. This person is consumed by a frenzy of slaughter, oblivious to your presence. That's good. You don't want to have to kill them. I mean... Okay, we don't have to go that far. Yeah, they seem to be ignoring us for the most part. I'm sure we'll go to hell eventually on the look for Thanatos. Oh, there's Nius.
Just as I thought. This is where the battle cries were coming from. The true entrance to Nikador's trial.
Oh, so that was just the appetizer. What's wrong with you two? I've met that warrior before. It's Nius, an incarnation of Nikador.
I've seen him for the first time, but there's no doubt about it. What I'm sensing can only be Strife's bloodlust. The one manipulating this battlefield is Nikador themselves.
Ooh. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? So they're Core Flame. They get to choose their successor.
Mightymites. You are a keen warrior indeed.
Yeah. Honestly, Mightimos, I feel like you're gonna be... Nikador might end up choosing you. I'm not sure if you'll have much say in the matter.
You know me?
The blasphemous prince. Of course I know you.
I mean, he did what he had to.
And I happen to know that you're here for the soul of that white-haired warrior.
Great. Let's cut to the chase then. Hand over that poor excuse for a sword master, so we can be done with this farce.
He's not... Actually, this Nius isn't just an echo, right? This is the real Nius, the real Nikador?
No.
Of course.
I applaud your courage and strength for coming this far, but you have chosen to besmirch the dignity of one who has fallen, and I cannot turn a blind eye to that.
Ooh. This is gonna be one fierce battle we won't be able to get out of. Won't you go easy on us? We traveled together before, remember? One who has fallen. Phainon failed the trial. Ooh.
He faced the greatest fear in the depths of his heart, and fought with exceptional valor.
Yeah.
Though he eventually succumbed to the brutal onslaughts.
Ooh.
I have since brought him to the rear battleground, and granted him glory worthy of his courage, tenacity, and sacrifice. You wish to take him away? Sure. Pick up a spear and prove that your resolve can rival his.
Well, Mighty, can we?
Of course. Cowards who hope to avoid bloodshed are better off disappearing from my sight this instant.
Your opinions are of no interest to me, Mad King.
That's actually a good question. Is this the mad version of Nikador or the sane version of Nikador? Hard to say.
If it's a fight you're looking for, then you will get one, Titan. I will put you to rest once more with my curse of immortality.
Commendable. Your noble mother displayed the same spirit with a spear in her hands.
Ooh. He's trying to get to you, Mighty. Don't let him.
Don't you dare speak of her.
Why not? She challenged the former Kremnos king to a duel, even knowing that it was a deadly trap, all to protect your dignity.
Damn.
Are you suggesting her efforts were for naught?
I mean, she sounds like a freaking badass, but I wonder what you mean by protect his dignity. What? I'm curious about the details of the situation.
Her death was caused by you, the incarnation of strife. How dare you talk about her past?
He is. I'm worried he's losing himself.
Enough of this nonsense. You should be wielding your weapon at the god of strife. Battle me and put a swift end to this.
Your hatred is as clear as day, my
Okay, this is Divine Echo.
My words must have stung you deeply. But thanks to them, I have also come to
realize that he's the worthy successor.
This is why you killed your father for the throne, only to let your signet sink to the bottom of the Sea of Souls, refusing to let the glory of Kremnos live on.
Or maybe the opposite.
This is why you slew the Strife Titan, only to reject the core flame, letting strife continue instead.
What's the answer? What are you building to?
Oh, child, abandon my fate. Show me what you are capable of. Show me if you have the power to put out the flames of your very own destiny.
Ooh. Your very own destiny of strife.
I will rip your chest apart, Titan. The same way I ripped apart that former king.
I mean, he was a mad king. He needed to be stopped. But slew his father, but rejected the throne. I mean, I don't know. He saved the glory of Kremnos. He saved the people. Slew the Strife Titan only to reject the core flame, yeah.
I see you wish to repeat these. Come at me then. Ignite the flames of your fears and step onto the battlefield. Take this fierce battle to the boundaries of strife and consume me. Lose yourself in the fight and watch your defeated corpse burn to ash.
So, Strife demands to be consumed by force, is what it sounds like. You need to outstrife strife.
Remember this. The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. Very courage. Ascension. To you, the successor of Kremnos.
Oh. Oh. Yep. He's gonna force you to choose godhood.
fight him. I knew he was no match for me, yet he chose to fight till his very last breath. What about you, my Demos? Can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you?
We were about to see.
Prove to me that you are worthy of this power. Let this place witness glory.
Looked like you were about to face yourself for a second there.
Mournful cries, miserable wails. Kings of Kremnos, this is the power you desired?
I love how much he just absolutely rejects strife.
How's this taste?
I can't die, but thanks.
Yeah. I mean, you say you can't, but...
Please cherish this.
Actually, I should verify. I can't quite remember. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know how many times he can die, but enters the Vendetta state. So we want to let him lose all his HP.
Through my blood, burn it all.
There we go.
Embrace a new life.
In the name of fairness, I grant you the blood of strife. This raging power, I can hardly contain it.
He's gonna make you take it.
Nice, I get my friends. Indulge yourselves! Time to mix things up.
Trust me, we can do anything!
Keep hitting.
Burn it all.
Darkness with me.
Never actually did a decent amount of damage there, it looked like.
May death protect us!
In fear you shall abandon your mortal body, King of Kremnos.
I mean, he already kind of did.
How noisy.
Not by choice, but...
Life is not built here.
Burn it all.
Don't go down now.
Step up, let's see ya. How's this taste?
I shall remember this.
Just you wait.
Forever do. Dying soul now accepts your punishment.
Please cherish as you wish.
In the mood for another
Keep
beating? Time to mix
going.
things up.
Break's over.
Ow.
Burn it all.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's using her lance. Was that Phainon? Phainon. Regain yourself.
Found you.
Well done, mighty. Sometime later, he just took that stab.
I did my best.
You successfully rejected strife, it sounds like. The Core Flames trial is indeed no place for the weak. Let's just hope that Phainon gets through this. Yeah. I mean, how much does mine suffer in there?
There's no need to worry. His soul is in a stable condition.
His soul
With
is
ample
what
rest
was in
for both
trouble.
Body and mind. He'll be up and about in no time.
Are you sure?
The greatest fear in the depths of his heart. Lord Phainon must have been forced to relive his past during the trial, and revisit his homeland that had fallen to the Black Tide.
Yeah, that was my best guess. It was the most likely fear, also just the cruelest thing it could have been.
In all likelihood.
Is the Black Tide really that scary? Since coming to Amphorius, we have heard many talking about this Black Tide. Could you tell us more about it?
It is one of the culprits that drives the people of Amphorius to madness.
Right.
It was during the Era Bellica that this unspeakable thing first appeared, like a plague, alongside the 3 Titans of Calamity.
Death, strife, and trickery. Before death, the world still experienced death, did it not?
Nobody knows where it came from or how it came to be. What we do know, however, is that it is steadily encroaching upon what little remains of this tranquil land, much like a rising sea closing in on an island from all sides. It is for this very reason that it became known as the Black Tide.
A fitting name. Also makes me feel more and more like it might be a Stellaron at the heart. Especially it rose along, or came alongside Titans of Calamity. If, well, the Eon of Destruction collided with Amphorius in that Era Bellica, perhaps that would explain it all. Just maybe.
Those who succumb to it lose their reason and humanity, becoming vicious, mindless monsters. Mortals are not the only ones susceptible to its influence. Even gods and titans cannot escape from it.
Right.
According to Naius, Nikador, though one of the embodiments of Calamity, also bears the responsibility of fending off the Black Tide.
Right. Fell in his eternal war against it.
Perhaps that is also why Lord Phainon threw himself into the trial of strife so readily.
But now, we must look for alternative means of igniting the flames of strife.
So you say. I mean, someone needs to take the core flame, do they not?
So, Aglaea, what should we do now?
You know very well the decision doesn't lie with me.
It lies with Mightimos, whether he wants to take on the mantle of strife.
As the successor to Krymnos, Mighty, you know better than anyone that if it was simply about emerging triumphant on the battlefield of strife, you and your people could manage it with ease.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the heavy burden of divinity can only be borne by one. It is foolhardiness and indecision, not the unclaimed seed of divinity, that pushes this world into the deathly fog.
Yeah. I think she's telling you to choose to take on the mantle of strife. Apparently, my original instinct of, is Phainon really the one suited for strife, was in fact correct. He was not.
Make sure you keep it safe.
Oh, we're actually right by my room. Well, this is actually, I think, a good place for us to end. Until next time.